Carolinas Today, the online tactical magazine that brings you real-world reviews, training, and preparedness advice. Today we spent some time with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office SWAT team running the Nemo Arms rifles through their paces. Nick from Nemo Arms joined us and showed us 3 separate rifles.
If I haven't met you yet, I'm Nick McGarry. I work for Nemo Arms. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing. I was asked by Patrick here to come out and do a T&E, and I kind of didn't know it was going to be so many people, so hopefully there's enough rounds to go around so we can kind of figure that out. Does anybody know about Nemo Arms, or read about them, or heard about us, or anything like that? We've been around for about 4 years now. We were the first to come up with a 300 Winchester Magnum in a gas gun configuration. Obviously you can tell with that size round, you know, compared to a 308, you're going to have quite a lot of recoil, everything else. So you know, we had to mitigate that. So what we ended up doing is we ended up creating a recoil reduction system. If you guys aren't familiar with the round, this is a 308. Next to it's a 300 Win Mag, so you can tell it's considerably hop around a little bit better. Ballistically, everything else. So what we ended up doing is we came up with a recoil reduction system that will basically make this rifle have less felt recoil than a 308. And the majority of it's right here is this little buffer in the back. Different spring, different buffer, different timing, a couple other things. After that, one of the most essential things that we've been working on is accuracy. Obviously reliability, but accuracy is number one, especially when it comes to gas gun. All of our gas guns are guaranteed sub-MOA. This one right here, every time I've shot it, brought it out to third Special Forces group, it was about a half or less. I mean, they were shooting 4-inch clay pigeons at 800 meters consistently, and we guarantee that with everything. So what we've got, 14-round box magazine, the 300 Winchester Magnum. What this does is it's really going to increase your capabilities. One of the things that I've been seeing nationwide, from FBI, HRT to Danish HRT, Tier 1 soft units, all of them, they've been going away from the 308 to something that's going to penetrate, you know, windshields, everything else a lot more. A lot of law enforcement agencies are actually doing the same thing, especially anybody that's near critical infrastructure, key resources, i.e. nuclear power plants, stuff like that, to be able to take out the driver. Because the myth about taking out the engine block, that's not necessarily true. I've shot a lot of engine blocks with 50 cals, and none of them stopped until I went through the driver. So consider that. With a 300 Win Mag, 500 meters, you can hit pretty much point of aim, point of impact with a windshield. So you take into that consideration, you can eliminate the threat immediately. Also, up to 1,000 meters, more or less, you don't have to worry about, calling winds. I mean, it's depending on the round you're using, it's going to fly pretty true. So basically, my hopes today is for you guys just to be able to get on the guns, do what you want to. I'm not going to get in your way. I'm going to just let you guys shoot, give you guys as much rounds as possible, and then we'll kind of go from there. I did bring one of our newer rifles over here, which is our 308. It's a 16-inch barrel. This is actually specifically designed for law enforcement. It does have our recoil reduction system in it as well. So what you're going to see is reacquiring the target's going to be very quick. Your barrel's not going to jump. It's not going to. You're not going to have to look for the target. It's just going to be immediately right back on there. So you guys will be able to shoot this as well. A little bit about myself. I was in 3rd Special Forces Group. I was a sniper out there for 3 deployments. For my 4th deployment, it's kind of like, well, this is still going to be here in 10 years, so might as well do something else. But I've kept up with shooting, keep up with all the tactics, continue to train with a lot of the guys, and do a lot of contracting, depending on what's out there. So, pick my brain about anything if you need to. Or this one right here is actually one of our newer ones. This is I call it the ASP, or the Auxiliary Sniper Platform. It's a 300 Winchester Magnum as well, except it's got a 16-inch barrel. So comparatively, It's a 300 Win Mag. This is the 308. This one right here, after 2 shots, I was able to hit 1,200 meters. After 4 shots, I definitely hit the steel at 1,400 meters. So, looking ballistically, this is a far superior weapon, and that's kind of what I'm, wanting you guys to kind of check out and kind of, keep in mind. Let's see. That's about it. I brought a couple accessories just for you guys to see too. I don't know if you guys run suppressed, but it's something that's, definitely, I think, an advantage. You've got a traditional suppressor. This is a Gym Tech spectacular suppressor. But a traditional suppressor is just a can. It's got the baffles in it, depending on how they orient it. Everything else, it traps all the gases. What that ends up doing is it traps all the gases here, creates blowback, increases your bolt velocity, does quite a few different things. There's a new company out. It's called OSS suppressors, made by an SF guy who I know very well. Essentially, what it's done is instead of baffles, you're creating more or less a turbine. So when the gases pass through, everything continues to move forward and move out, except it still suppresses the sound, the flash, everything, except you don't get the blowback. It's better on the gun. Your point of aim is not going to shift nearly as much. And it's just something I wanted you guys to see. It's pretty neat. These are the next generation of suppressors, so it's something to consider. It's also, you can clean it, you can service it. I mean, you can replace parts. You can do everything which you can with most traditional suppressors. So I'll go ahead and pass them around. That way you guys can get familiar with them. All the controls are the exact same as any M4, more or less, except it is a side charging head.